Sally Field, an undeniable legend of both the big screen and stage, has delighted audiences for decades with unforgettable roles in classics like Forrest Gump, Steel Magnolias, and Norma Ray. But behind the glamour and bright lights of Hollywood, Field has been harboring a private struggle that started before her 60th birthday. Diagnosed with osteoporosis, a condition that weakens bones, this beloved actress was suddenly faced with a dangerous and life-altering disease. Facts First presents Sally Field breaks her silence on her dangerous disease. Surprised but not shocked. Osteoporosis, often called the silent disease, is a relatively common, albeit incredibly debilitating condition that weakens bones over time, increasing the risk of fractures. Sally Field's unexpected journey with this ailment began without warning. Despite an active lifestyle filled with biking, hiking, and practicing extreme yoga, after scans revealed thinning in her hip bones and spine, she faced the reality of her condition. In recent years, Field has begun to open up about her struggle with this terrible foe. And while she undoubtedly would prefer it if she hadn't had to contend with her life-altering condition, in many ways it's made her stronger. Speaking to reporters about her diagnosis, Field has detailed how, while her diagnosis came as a surprise, she didn't necessarily feel as if it completely blindsided her, at least not in retrospect. After all, she admittedly was someone at significant risk for developing it. Quote, "I always knew I fit the risk profile. I was thin, small-boned, Caucasian, and heading towards age 60, she explained, reflecting her understanding of the risks. Upon discovering the thinning of her bones, Sally started hormone replacement therapy, HRT, a typical method for menopause intervention and bone protection. This treatment significantly healed her bones until she stopped using it, leading to a plummet in her bone density. Further tests unveiled a vitamin D deficiency impacting her body's calcium levels. Although prescribed supplements, her condition worsened, leading to the full-fledged diagnosis of osteoporosis. She never backed down. Field's battle with osteoporosis was marked by continuous medical interventions and a persistent commitment to maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Beyond HRT, Field started a new once-a-month medication that contributed to her steady recovery to good bone health. Her journey was not only about overcoming physical challenges, but also embracing a proactive approach to understanding her condition. She became an avid learner about osteoporosis, arming herself with knowledge about how to mitigate the symptoms and control the impact on her life. Her proactive steps towards recovery were not just for herself, but also to encourage and support other women in maintaining their health. This commitment to health and self-improvement has been a recurrent theme in her life. Apart from osteoporosis, she's openly spoken about her battle with depression at the young age of 19 during her time starring in The Flying Nun. This period, marked by loneliness and difficulty connecting with herself, also led to a struggle with an eating disorder affecting her self-image. Despite these challenges, Field's determination and resilience have enabled her to maintain a successful career on both the silver screen and stage. Family first. Family has always been at the core of Field's life. As a mother of 3 children from her 2 marriages, she dedicates a significant portion of her life to nurturing her family. Her relationship with her children, Peter and Eli Craig, born in 1969 and 72 respectively, with her first ex-husband Stephen Craig, and Samuel Griesman, born in 1987 during her marriage to film producer Alan Griesman, is a testament to her devotion and love. Field's perspective on aging is also notable. Since stepping into her 70s, her health has been on a positive, steady incline. She views aging not as a decline, but as a coming of age at each stage of life, gathering strength and value with every passing year. Her wisdom, gleaned from years of experience and self-reflection, shines through in her words. Quote, "I've gathered strength behind my years. I have value that doesn't come when you're 50 or 40 or 30 or 20. It doesn't come until you've been in that saddle for a number of years." Sally Field's story is more than a chronicle of an actress's life and health challenges. It's an inspiring reflection of a woman's unbreakable spirit, her courage to embrace life's ups and downs, and unwavering commitment to growth, health, family, and her craft. The remarkable recovery and control over her osteoporosis, her openness about her struggles with mental health, Her career, her loving relationship with her family, and her insightful views on aging create a vivid portrait of a woman who is not only a talented actress, but also a symbol of strength. While it's true her diagnosis seemed to derail her life and career momentarily, her proactive stance allowed her to fight back. That being said, her story doesn't end there. An ineffective cure, wishful thinking. Always striving to be on the cutting edge of technology and medical advancements, Sally Field's personal journey with osteoporosis reflects her earnest attempts to help others. Her dedication to seeking innovative treatments and her eagerness to share her discoveries have inspired many. But perhaps a touch of wishful thinking has misguided her intentions. One such instance involves the drug Boniva, which Field passionately endorsed, believing it to be a miracle cure. Boniva, or ibandronate, indeed presented itself as a convenient option for osteoporosis treatments. Featured in commercials with Sally Field herself, it boasted a once-a-month dosing schedule compared to once a week or even daily for most other drugs in its class. The promise of more leisure time for enjoyable activities, like playing with grandkids, combined with ostensibly stronger bones, seemed too good to be true. Unfortunately, it was. While Boniva's convenience was undeniable, it came at a hefty price, setting patients back about 10 times the cost of the similar drug alendronate, which is the generic version of Fosamax. What's more, studies failed to show that Boniva was any more effective than any other biphosphonates. This led to skepticism over its advantages, suggesting that the once-a-month regimen might not be the solution it was proclaimed to be. Further scrutiny raised questions about whether Boniva was necessary at all. Though biphosphonates reduce the risk of bone fractures among people with osteoporosis, concerns grew regarding overprescription due to osteopenia, a pre-osteoporosis condition. This meant millions of postmenopausal women with reduced bone density but not osteoporosis could expose themselves to the drug's risks, such as heartburn, jawbone damage, and vision-harming eye inflammation. While rare, these side effects certainly made Boniva seem less appealing. In Sally's case, her heart was likely in the right place. Her earnest desire to help others grappling with osteoporosis, a condition she knew all too well, likely guided her to endorse Boniva. Though this particular venture might not have resulted in the ideal solution she sought, her intentions and relentless pursuit of advancements in osteoporosis treatment continue to resonate with those who look up to her. Now it's time to hear from you. Did you know about Sally Field's health issues? Let us know in the comments section below.